it's all said and done, you can get a cross-table x-ray, and that'll confirm that you're in the trachea. But during the resuscitation thing, you're relying on listening and your devices. The other thing is, if you're in an ER and it's busy and it's loud, and you're trying to hear breath sounds, put your stethoscope in the armpit. That's the best place, in the armpit, okay? The ET tube, as far as how far to put it in, you got to get it past the vocal folds. But remember, your trachea starts there at your cricoid cartilage and bifurcates right there at the angle of Louis. So your trachea is only that long. You just got to get this thing through the vocal folds. Now, adult ET tubes come with a cuff. So when you put an ET tube in, you're going to inflate the cuff. And you should actually check that to make sure it works before you put it in. But if you should happen to get it in, it's like, crap, I forgot to check the cuff. And that doesn't keep the tube from coming out. It just sort of secures it a little bit in place. Keeps the air from coming right back out. This little blue thing right here at the syringe, you see it's collapsed. If you forget to check it before you put it in, feel that little blue thing. It's got pressure on it. Like, oh yeah, okay, it is inflated. Okay? So the other thing is how far to put it in. You should put it in 3 times the width of the tube. So this is the 7 ET tube in. It should go in 21 centimeters. And line the centimeter markings up at the teeth. There you go. You're in. If it's too far, if you hear breath sounds on the right but not on the left, deflate the cuff, pull it back an inch, re-inflate the cuff, re-listen. It's that easy. Okay? The pediatric ET tubes don't have a cuff. The infant tubes don't have a cuff because the tracheal rings aren't strong enough to hold the cuff. So it's just an open tube. This is called a stylet. Right there. It's a piece of malleable metal. This is one for the adults. A lot of ET tubes come with these already in them. And what they are is, if you're trying to intubate somebody and you can't get around the curve, you can use that to help you. Whether or not you use a stylet is going to be personal preference. I don't personally use them, but you might find it easier. Okay? You will have to use a stylet to intubate that little infant. Now, make sure, of course, the stylet is not sticking out the end of the tube. You don't want to wind up ripping somebody's trachea. That's why these things are easy to bend, and you determine how long they are. But you don't let it come out the end of the tube. Okay? The mouth will be full of vomit most of the time. So when you get ready to intubate, you'll need suction. And we'll need a laryngoscope. Laryngoscopes and the blades will never be attached. All the airway stuff is, by the way, in the top drawer of this crash cart. But the scope, the handle and the blade will never be attached. Because if they're attached and they get turned on and the battery goes dead, then you're out of luck. There are 2 types of blades. There are blades called Macintosh blades, Mac blades, and Miller blades, curved or straight. Which one you elect to use is going to be your personal preference. I like to use curved blades in adults, straight blades in kids. But whatever you get comfortable with is what you're going to use. The way you put these things on is there's a hook here and a bar. If you put the thing, if you're getting ready to put it on right and you just lay the hook over the bar, the blade will hang straight down. If you're getting ready to put it on wrong, it either won't hang or it hangs off to the side. Like that, right? Like that. Okay? If you're going to put it on right, it hangs straight down. And the reason I tell you this is because the blade can go on this way. It also can go on this way, but it won't stay up. So, to look good, you want to know how to put this thing on. Pull it straight down and pull it up till the light comes on. It goes upside down in your left hand because the light is on the right. So to put this thing in, I've got suction, I've got everything I need right here. Okay, and by the way, in a real human, everything is gooey and moist in here, right? But in this plastic, it's not. So if you put a little glycerin on this, it slides a little better, but you won't need to do that, obviously, in an adult situation. It's not a real life situation.
I was until it scooted, but